Trauma is basically an emotional reaction to something that happens to you that threatens your sense of safety. It could be death, it could be divorce and separation, it could be the loss of a job, it could be a natural disaster, basically anything that threatens your sense of safety. And as a trauma survivor, it must be very hard because trauma survivors feel like people don't understand their pain, which is true. Because they have not walked in those shoes, they have not experienced what you experienced. So they may not fully understand your pain and your struggle, but they can just have empathy towards you and towards your situation and try to be very understanding and compassionate with you. As a result of trauma, because you feel like you're so much of a burden to people around you, you'll find that you constantly apologize for feeling the way you feel, because we have feelings of depression, feelings of anxiety, having suicidal thoughts, having eating disorders. You could also coupled with maybe personality disorders as a result of the disorientation that happened because of the traumatic experience that you went through. And you'll constantly find yourself feeling like you're too much for other people, and you'll feel like you constantly need to walk on eggshells, or you need to apologize for each and everything that you feel or say. This is a call to any person who is supporting someone who's been through trauma. Please understand that the kind of agony, the kind of guilt, the kind of self-blame, the kind of self-betrayal these people go through is a lot, And they need you to remind them that you are with them to support them, that you're not judging them, that you're not reprimanding them, that you're not identifying them with their trauma, that you're not labeling them, that you just understand that the situation was tricky for them and they're trying the best to fight through and survive. One of the things that helps trauma survivors, by the way, is trying to give a lot of compassion to themselves, compassion and grace, because it has already happened, unfortunately. The best you can do now is pick up the pieces of your life and seek the necessary help that you can get. So you could go for therapy, you could form a self-help group with the help of a certified psychologist, and get other trauma survivors, and you people can share with each other how the experience has shaped you, how the experience has changed your life, and also help each other learn healthy coping mechanisms, because what you need now is to stop identifying with the trauma and start now reliving your life from a clean slate. Your trauma does not define you. Your trauma does not reduce your worth as a person, even to the tiniest magnitude. Your trauma is not who you are. Your trauma is an experience, a nasty experience that you went through, and you will overcome with the necessary help, with the right support, with the right society around you, with people who understand that they need to give a listening ear, with people who understand that taking care of a person who's gone through trauma is not easy. And for people who are supporting trauma survivors, it's very important that you also take care of yourself, because it can be draining, it can be overwhelming, it can be tiring. And sometimes you just want to throw in the towel and say, you know what, I've done my best. Take care of yourself as you support people who have survived trauma. And for trauma survivors, just remember, your worth is not determined by what you went through. It was nasty, it was ugly, it was distasteful. You didn't deserve to go through that. But I'm here to cheer you on and tell you, you know what? There's light at the end of the tunnel. You've got this. You can do better. Seek help. Seek a licensed therapist to help you process the trauma. Seek a licensed therapist to identify a support group that you can get into so you people can encourage each other. Journal out the feelings that come with every time your feelings come about, because your feelings will ultimately affect how you behave, because it starts with a thought. Your thought will affect your feelings, and your feelings will affect your behavior. So don't be afraid to write all these thoughts that come about, because they will trickle down to how you feel, and it will trickle down to how you behave. Your trauma is valid, and it needs to be accepted and respected. Let nobody minimize your pain. Let nobody minimize your experience. Let nobody tell you that you're blowing things out of proportion. Your trauma is valid, needs to be respected, and at the same time, take charge and get the healing that you so much deserve. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.